afternoon, good evening, all of you. Thank you very much for joining. I'm Isolina BOTO from COLEAD, and we organize, as you know, this series, this innovation series with the Pan-African Farmers Organization. So very, very much welcome again, some of you again for joining, and others welcome for the first time, hoping that it will not be the last one. Today, as part of this series, we are doing the session number 19, and in a very exciting, actually, topic, which is the online agri-food marketplaces. And as always, discussing a bit what are the opportunities, also, of course, challenges, but the successes of some of the entrepreneurs that are with us today, and also from organizations that support the entrepreneurs. On the logistics, I think my colleagues put some messages in the chat, but basically we have the translation that you have to choose at the bottom of your screen. There is a little globe, so choose please the language you want. We have English, French, and Portuguese interpretation. And use the chat as well to post questions when the speakers are presenting or just after they present. Use it as well for interactions, use the chat for interactions. And of course, we also have an email that Axel or Arthur will post again, where you can send us proposals, any question, any request for support from COLEAD or PAFO or any other organization. And of course, also if you want yourself in one of these series to present, we have many of the speakers that just reach out to us saying, you know, I have a very interesting model, a business model, and I would like to present, and this has happened many times. So please do that, and also visit the innovators blog, which is where we consolidate all the information of those sessions, including the one of today. We put all the presentations, we put the recording, all the PowerPoints, etc. And we have also, as you requested, set up a forum, a discussion forum for some of the topics of today. So please do that. So without major delay, what we are going to do now is already give the floor actually to my co-organizer, the PAFO. It's always a great pleasure to work with the Pan-African Farmers Organization based in Kigali, Rwanda, but with a continental all Africa coverage. And we are very pleased to have the CEO, Babafemi OYEWOLE. Many of you would know him already, not only from those sessions, but more importantly from his previous assignments. He has been in the public, private, non-governmental sectors. He has been the CEO of the African Agribusiness Alliance. He has been also a CEO of the African Cashew Alliance, of the Energy Investment Corporation, and many other organizations. You will find the detailed biodata as well in the chat. So thank you very much from Kigali, Dr. Babafemi, and please, if you would like to give some introductory remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Selena, for the introduction. Good morning or afternoon or evening to everyone, depending on where you are joining us for this innovation session. Once again, I'm very pleased to welcome our regular participants and newcomers to this edition of the 2024 Innovation Series. PAFO and COLEAD are encouraged by the interest in the series by smallholder farmers and SMEs since the commencement of the series. The theme of this session is online agri-food marketplaces, presence of African entrepreneurs and smallholders. We have chosen this theme because of the recent innovations in technology, particularly the use of online marketplaces by producers to reach consumers globally. As of 2023, the estimated number of internet users worldwide was 5.4 billion, up from 5.3 billion in the previous year. This share represents 67% of the global population. The African continent had around 570 million internet users in 2022, a number that more than doubled compared to 2015. However, according to the IT Facts and Figures 23 report, 37% of the African population had internet access in 2023. The driver of the rise in online marketplaces in recent years are the African young population, fast-growing cities, and rapidly increasing middle class. Online retail revenue in Africa is growing fast and offers new opportunities for smallholders and entrepreneurs. The rise of online agri-food marketplaces has revolutionized the agricultural landscape in Africa. These digital platforms have become a beacon of innovation and entrepreneurship, providing African smallholders and entrepreneurs with unprecedented opportunity to access larger markets, better prices, and valuable information. These marketplaces have seen a surge in popularity driven by the need to overcome traditional market barriers, such as limited access to buyers, price volatility, and the need to overcome and logistical challenges. Therefore, these online marketplaces are transforming the agri-food sector in Africa by connecting farmers to markets, increasing access to consumers, and improving the efficiency of the food supply chain. Many businesses are looking for convenient channels to distribute goods and services, reaching a large audience as well as cut down marketing and operating costs. Connecting vendors and customers, a marketplace allows them to make payments and orders in one place. The opportunities offered by online marketplaces to African smallholders and entrepreneurs include access to larger markets across the continent and even globally. Better pricing. Digital marketplaces can enable smallholders to get better prices for their products by reducing the number of middlemen, thus increasing their profit margins and improve their economic welfare. Online marketplaces also provide better visibility, brand awareness, and data on market trends, consumer preferences, and pricing, which can help them to make informed decisions about production and sales. Secure payment solutions offered by online marketplaces can facilitate smoother transactions and help build trust with customers. Notwithstanding the opportunities, there are a number of challenges to online marketplaces in Africa. This relates to payments and logistic infrastructure which are still not very adequate to meet the demand. Payment capacities need to be strengthened to reduce reliance on cash-on-delivery models, considering the additional costs involved and delivery failures. Issues such as digital literacy, access to the internet, and the speed of the internet, and trust in online transactions still pose challenges to the full adoption of online marketplaces. Creating an enabling e-commerce ecosystem requires changes in public policy and business practices to improve the digital and trading infrastructures. Facilitate digital payments and establish appropriate legal and regulatory frameworks for online transactions and security. To conclude, I look forward to the active participation of all of you so that you can benefit from the experience and expertise of the speakers and discussants of today's theme. PAFO and COLEAD will continue to build the capacity of African smallholders and entrepreneurs through the Innovation Series by showcasing their success stories and best practices to take advantage of trade and market opportunities. I wish you all a productive session today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Babafemi, for this excellent presentation that really sets the scene. There was a small question, a quick one in the chat. What is PAFO, the Pan-African Farmers Organization? We will put the link to the website. I think Axel has done that already. But do you want to say a word, Babafemi?
Yeah.
I think
okay, thank you very much. Yes, I thought, well, don't maybe those are just coming. Yeah, briefly, PAFO is the Pan-African Farmers Organization established in 2010 and based in Kigali, Rwanda. And the vision is to represent the interests of farmers in Africa and defend their interests and advocate for an enabling environment for undertaking farming activities in Africa, which is inclusive, that is bringing the youth into the agricultural sector, and the women also, who are already the largest segment of farmers. We have 4 pillars in our strategy. One is strong PAFO, that is to capacitate farmers organizations in Africa to be able to undertake advocacy and defend the interests of their members. And also, secondly, is farming as a business, that is developing the entrepreneurial ability of farmers in Africa, because we represent smallholder and family farmers. And we have found that in Africa, the um, the mindset is that they produce mostly for subsistence living. That is, in their production, 70% are for consumption, while 30% are for the market. Now, we want to reorientate that and change that narrative to 70% for the market and 30% for consumption. By the smallholder farmers and family farmers. The third pillar is knowledge management, where like we partner with a COLEAD for this innovation series to share knowledge and to best practices and the opportunities open to them for trade and market, both nationally, regionally, and globally. The final one is advocacy and influencing decisions. We know farmers are not always at the table when decision making are being when decisions are being taken or when policies are being designed. Now, with PAFO, we'll be able to make sure that farmers in Africa, at the national level, at the regional level, and at the continental level are at the table, so that we are no more just on the menu, but we are part of the people that will decide what is happening to farmers. So briefly, that is the farmer and the PAFO. We have 5 networks, Northeast, Western, Central, and Southern. And we are represented, we have 79 national farmers organizations in 49 countries in Africa. So briefly, that is PAFO. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Babafemi. I'm very pleased, and I invite the participants to check the website of PAFO, very rich, and the newsletter. You can subscribe to it as well to COLEAD, but you will learn much more. And indeed, you were very successful in getting the voice for the farmers where it matters. It means almost in everywhere, in every sector related or impacting agriculture and food systems. And we are very pleased to collaborate with you in all areas, but in particular, as you mentioned, sharing experiences, but also that business side, entrepreneurial side, because that's what these series are, is connecting smallholders to support them to be in better conditions to produce sustainably, but also to market and adding value, especially in processing, in local, regional, and export markets, and including to some of the markets at the same time, obviously. So this series bring entrepreneurs, private sector companies, startups, etc., and smallholders in markets that they collaborate also much better. So it's very, very important for COLEAD to reach smallholders, because in fine, whatever activity we do is to change positively the situation of the smallholders who are at the bottom of the chain and some of the value chain, and very often forgotten. So that's very, very important for us. Jeremy, our DG, that you know very well from these sessions, couldn't be here today, but you know already about COLEAD. My colleagues will also put information in the chat. Basically, we have a non-for-profit association of private sector operators in the agri-food sector. We have a series of, in addition to be an association, we manage important programs of different nature for different partners, different donors and partners. We work in collaboration in all countries, in Africa and beyond. And you will see among the participants, many people from the Caribbean, the Pacific, Europe, Asia, etc. And basically, we provide technical assistance, we provide the training and capacity development, we provide information to better access markets, be through market insights, be through access to finance, to better prepare the private sector. And private sector for us is smallholders, is micro, small and medium enterprises, is of course also big companies, to better access in a sustainable and inclusive way the markets across value chains. And of course, we, as I said, we support the value addition as well as one of the way forwards to go beyond just the primary production. And we are very keen on supporting the green, of course, the green transition. Without major delay, because Dr. Babafemi did an excellent introduction there, let me give the floor to our first speaker from Gambia, and I hope he's fine, because in a number of countries today, and is one of the problems of the topic of today, online you have to start by having a strong, of course, internet access, etc. We have some challenges in some countries today that, you know, is not a very a good connection. But Modou Nye is a founder and CEO of Farm Fresh in the Gambia. He's very, very known, very strong on entrepreneurship and technology. He's one of the remarkable successes in Gambia. He's a pioneer in agribusiness since 2014, and he's really impacting the local agriculture in fresh, organic products, but also promoting sustainable practices and improving food security in the region. Because as you know, those sessions is not only to show profitable and, you know, successful entrepreneurs that make money, is to show how they contribute to the local economy and to the communities around them. And that's one of their strengths. Please, you have the floor. Thanking you very much from the Gambia, and hoping the internet is better. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. And it's a pleasure to be here. As you rightly stated, I am Modou Njai, and I am the founder and CEO of Farm Fresh, the Gambia. And Farm Fresh is an agri-tech company that was established in 2014 as there was a need. I found out there was a need to bridge the gap between, the smallholder farmers and also the buyers. So we are in the agricultural value chain. So this is just a brief introduction of Farm Fresh. Like I already stated, we established in 2014, mainly dealing in fruits and veggies, but we quickly moved to other products. Initially, we were also doing deliveries, weekly deliveries, but from there we moved to bi-weekly, that's twice a week. And then after that, now we're doing not only daily, but hourly delivery. And we're trying to even improve on that to do at least every 30 minutes. So we can move to the next slide. Yes, so, and we are into different aspects of agriculture. We are not only for profit making, we are also concerned about community development. We have community development initiatives. Even though we are self-funded, you know, we try to contribute in our little way to make an impact, you know, social impact. We see ourselves as social entrepreneurs, not just profit making. You know, this is what we believe is going to make things more sustainable in Africa. That is giving back and empowering the communities, the local communities, sharing the little that we know in terms of technology and skills, you know, to our community members. And we also believe in sustainable agriculture practices. So we try to protect the environment and things of that nature. Okay. As well as economic empowerment. That's really important that those in agriculture need to be economically empowered, especially women, you know, because this is lacking in many parts of Africa. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. I have a lot of slides, but I'm going to go quickly through. I'll skip some of them, but let's move to the next slide. Yes, I'm using my mobile phone, so struggling a little bit to zoom in and zoom out. So we're dealing directly with local farmers, you know, and we found out that there's a need or there's a gap in the value chain, and they often have a difficulty in finding access to markets. So this is what prompted us to establish Farm Fresh in the first place, because they are left at the mercy of middlemen, unscrupulous. Some people can see us as middlemen, but we are very transparent and we believe in fair trade practices. So we believe in partnering with farmers and offering them fair trade prices, and also marketing and selling their products online, and also delivering the products. So we're in the logistics value chain, if you want to put it that way. We also like to promote health and nutrition. So in addition to making profit, we also launched a YouTube series called You Are What You Eat. If you search for Farm Fresh Gambia, You Are What You Eat, you will see the YouTube series which we just launched. And basically to promote the aspect of eating healthy. So we talk about the different aspects, vegetables and their health benefits, the nutritional values. You know, we give out recipes on healthy way of preparing food, because in Africa we grow a lot of vegetables, but a lot of it is overcooked. So it means you lose the nutritional value. And we also believe that a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. If we are able to educate our people to eat healthy, that means they will live longer and they'll be able to get more work done, whether it is business, whether it's office work. This is something that we believe in. Yeah, can we move to the next slide?
The slide is there, future plans and innovations.
Yes, so future plans and innovation, we believe in technology. We're leveraging on technology. We have an e-commerce platform, which we launched in 2014. And through this e-commerce platform, we're able to reach out to the whole world, basically. And our main target audience is Gambians and non-Gambians, expatriates, you know. The Gambians who are in the diaspora have been very supportive. They shop through our platform.
I think we have a connection.
Platform to remit food instead of remitting only money, which is fine, but of the can you hear me?
Yes, now yes, go on, please go on. We lost you, but it was very short. Go on. Can you hear us?
Okay, so we're leveraging on e-commerce. So to maximize, you know, profitability and also access to larger markets, even beyond the Gambia. And currently we sell over 100 products, which are not even physically, you know, available at our store. But this is the beauty of technology. You can sell thousands of products which do not physically reside with you or are with you physically. Yeah, can we move to the next slide, please? And this is a brief look at the agricultural landscape of the Gambia. Yeah, next slide, please. And some of the challenges that we face. By far, the majority of farmers are still using manual technology and old-fashioned technology. And this is what we are trying to see how we can change this narrative, you know, and then empower them to use modern technology, innovative technologies that probably might not even cost too much money. It's all about knowledge and how to do things better and more efficient. Next slide, please. And also we're concerned about farmer livelihoods and communities. Next slide, please. Sustainable farming practices is also very important. Okay, next slide. And challenges and opportunities in the farming sector. Of course, climate change, as you know, is affecting everyone around the world. Global warming, we are aware of challenges that, you know, we face, and we try to also use innovative ways to circumvent, like when there's not enough rainfall, there's the opportunity, you know, to use borehole system. Well, in the Gambia, we're lucky to have that system where you dig about 4, 5, 7, less than 10 meters, and you'll reach the water level, and you'll have access to fresh water, which you can use for irrigation. It's not the same for other countries, but we are lucky to have that in the Gambia. Next slide, please. So there are a lot of opportunities in the farming industry. For us, we are trying to promote the concept of farmers to see agriculture as a business, and for them to believe that it is something that is honorable. In the past, a lot of people used to believe agriculture is for the poor people, it's for people who are struggling, you know, so they're often laughed at. But now we realize that millionaires are being made, even in Africa now, in poultry farming, in horticulture, in other aspects of agriculture. So we're trying to also tap into these opportunities. And we have also started farming ourselves in a very little way. We have started our own farm this year, and we're growing okra and cucumbers just to also contribute, you know, to the value chain. Even though our core business is still e-commerce, but we're also doing physical farming. So this is how we have evolved so far, but we still have a long way to go. Next slide, please. And we also believe in promoting agritourism. We believe that tourism can also be transformed in a way that, people can visit your country for agriculture. They learn about the products that you're growing, how you're growing them, and of course, maybe you can charge a small fee for this. Next slide, please. Yeah, sustainable practices okay, we've already got, okay, next slide, please. Yeah, and the conserving the environment. Next slide. Community empowerment, I've touched on that. Next slide. Yeah, quality assurance is very important. It's central to our business to make sure that all the products that we offer to our clients are of the highest standard and adhere to the, the quality assurance standards of our country. Next slide. And we believe in innovation and technology. Next slide. Market access and fair trade. I've already mentioned that we believe in fair trade pricing. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide.
Perhaps if you go to the platform to explain the, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was running out of time, so I couldn't go to the platform. But if you are able to have access, just open the browser and type www.farmfresh.gm. It's going to load our platform, so you have a quick look at it before I wrap up. It's www.farmfresh.gm. You can open any browser. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, www.farmfresh.gm. Perfect. So this is our platform, and it's mobile friendly. Initially, we had it as a mobile app, but we had some challenges with that. So we've currently gone back to the web-based platform, but it's also mobile friendly. If you click on shop, you'll see a lot of products. You can scroll down to see some of the products that we are selling. Fruits, veggies, and we've included other cereals, local cereals, avocado, banana. And this is also real time. You can add to cart, you can shop, you can check out, and we've integrated PayPal. You're able to check out through pay through PayPal. Even though PayPal doesn't work through Gambia, but we found a way around where we have to send. It's connected to another account in Europe, and that person would remit us the money. It's not the best way, but it's a solution. We believe in finding solutions to problems. So whenever there's a problem, we have to find a way to solve it. And very soon, we're going to integrate with other payment platforms locally in the Gambia. We've got some fintech companies that we're going to work with. One is called Table Pay, and the other one is called Cashma. And also the Central Bank of the Gambia has also recently launched a WebPay API, whereby they're going to give this API to all those in doing e-commerce in the Gambia. And then all you need to do is integrate it on your platform, and you'll be able to offer a payment gateway to all the banks in the Gambia. So anyone who's shopping will have the opportunity to pay locally through any of the bank, the bank of their choice. So without taking much of your time, I don't know how much time I've spent. I would like to end the presentation here and to say that we have a long way to go, but we believe in empowering smallholder farmers, in sharing knowledge, and because this is the only way that we can grow together. We also registered FarmFresh in Kigali. We've registered FarmFresh in Kigali about 2 years ago. So we're looking at the modalities on starting operations in Rwanda and hopefully in Senegal. Also, we're looking at Senegal by the end of this year. Thank you very much for having me.
Isolina, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So sorry, it's the day of technical issues. Thank you very much, because I know that you have today internet issues in Gambia, which affect the presentation. But indeed, we have understood. We can send you some, perhaps by email, some of the questions as well that we will have for you. And thank you very much for also highlighting every component around that, e-commerce and online marketplaces is not just to put things online and to sell, because that would be a technology driven. It's farming, it's taking care about the communities, it's looking at a fair price, at inclusiveness, and of course giving back to the community. So thank you very much for that. I do not know from Ethiopia if the connection is good, because you also had some problems. Abel, how are you doing now? If not, we go to Ebube. Abel, is your connection improved in Ethiopia?
Hello.
I don't think so. I think we have to wait a bit more because I hear an echo. Okay, Abel, you alert us when the connection is better, because we tried, and today is also a problem actually in Ethiopia. So is Ebube online? Ebube, so yes, I see you. Yes, good morning. Thank you very much. Nigeria, we go to Nigeria, founder and CEO of Akah Wholesome Foods Limited, and an agro-processing company as well that manufactures, you are going to tell everything about it, but natural, allergen-free beverage powders, and other kind of food nutrient dense crops, all grown in Africa, so also local products. Your background comes from very big companies, I mean, auditing and professional firms, including tax advisory services and so on. But you are very, very committed to agriculture, and as the previous speakers were saying, to modernize that part and attract the segment that thinks that agriculture is, a low pay and not a nice job. So you demonstrate the opposite. Ebube, please welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, are you sharing my presentation, or I should share from my end?
As you want. Axel can happily help you, or you do it.
Okay, let me open it up and share.
So I encourage the participants to put any questions. I see already some that we can pass them to the speakers, and we get it at the end of the session, the key ones. So please do not hesitate to do that when the speakers are presenting.
Okay, the screen has already been shared, right?
Yes, but perhaps if you put it in full screen. Okay, go on.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, depending on your time. Thank you so much to PAFO and COLEAD for the opportunity to speak about my business. Next slide, please. So I'm talking about Akah's Wholesome. Oh, am I sharing?
No, I'm sharing. Thank you.
I think she's sharing now. Next slide, please. Okay, so Akah's Wholesome Foods, it's an agro-processing and marketing company. We started in 2017. I think some part of my slides are cut off. I don't know if it's just from here. Can I share from my end, please?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. Okay, so we're an agro-processing and marketing company. Akah's Wholesome was established in 2017, and the way story of how Akah's Wholesome started, I had my first baby in 2015, and I put on a lot of weight. So I was 30 kgs heavier. I went from 70 kgs to 100 kgs. So in the process of losing all that weight, I had to change my diet, and I also started researching for the kind of foods around me that I could add to my diet to make it more nutritious. So I changed my diet to lose weight, but then I fell in love with healthy living, and when I discovered all the benefits aside weight loss. So in the bid for finding healthier food alternatives around me, I discovered a lot of ingredients that I grew up eating. So I was born and raised in northern Nigeria, in Jos Plateau State, in Nigeria, and my mom gave us foods like fonio, baobab. We had tiger nuts all around us. Like we had moringa. We had all these ingredients, dates, and people were not really paying attention to them. So I was based in Lagos. Where after I got married, I finished my school and I did there's this NYSC. It's like a 1 year service where you learn, work with different firms, and like a service to the country. After that 1 year, I moved to Lagos, and I discovered that a lot of people in Lagos did not even know about these ingredients like fonio, baobab, moringa, tiger nut. It's even up till now, some people in Nigeria don't know what ingredients like fonio is. So I also saw that there were companies abroad that were selling this product. So they come to Nigeria, West African countries, take these ingredients and sell them. And I saw that, oh, this is actually a market. So introduce people to how to use these ingredients and help them incorporate it, show them how to incorporate it in their diet. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Perfectly.
Okay, so I started to leveraging social media. I started my business on Instagram. I started to educate people. That was as far back as 2017. I started to post about this ingredient, share the benefits, show people how to use them. And then I had to look for aggregators in northern Nigeria. So I didn't have a factory when we started. So I had to look for a big factory in Jos where we could process our raw materials. And then I also had to, most of these aggregators have a connection to farmers. I had to look for the ones that had direct access to farmers that grew using organic farming methods, right? So because I was not in Jos, and I was not willing, it wasn't cost effective for me to go to Jos and look for farmers. So I had to partner with aggregators in northern Nigeria to help us get these ingredients, and then we move it to the bulk processing facility where they process to powders and send to us in Lagos. So in the process of educating people and all on these ingredients, the demand started increasing, and we started selling them in ready-to-use packs. So we are our mission is to promote health and wellness through clean, delicious, and nutrient-dense food alternatives made from West African superfood ingredients. The core of what we do is promoting health and wellness, and also promoting our African ingredients. We try to help people know that health is not important. We also have a lot of nutritious products in Africa that we're not paying attention to. So we are also raising awareness of all these ingredients. We're currently a team of 13 full-time staff. We also have 3 outsourced services: our accounting, our HR, and our web developer. About me, I'm a certified food handler and certified health coach. I formulated all our blends, and I also develop recipes. I love to share recipes with people. That's why for a lot of our products, we have recipe books that we give to customers, because most of these ingredients are new to them. So it makes it easy for them to use it. I've been selling on Instagram for 7 years now. So I can call myself a social media marketing expert to kind of know what works and what doesn't work. I also run all the ads, all the Facebook and Instagram ads. I'll get to that in the next slide. Before starting Agah's Wholesome, I studied accounting in school, and I trained for 7 years with KPMG. So I was an auditor with KPMG in Nigeria. We were looking into books of, I was in the financial services unit. So that kind of gave me a background about my numbers, and also to learn how to run a structured business. I'm also a wife and a mom of 3 lovely girls. um, to our products. So we have different product categories. We have our seasoning powders. Our seasoning powders, we market them as a healthier alternative to seasoning cubes, which they are. They are low in sodium and they are MSG free. So we have a lot of customers that are looking to change their diet because the doctor has told them you need to reduce your salt intake. You need to stop using seasoning cubes, especially people that have high blood pressure. So we have a lot of customers that do not have health conditions, but they are going preventive. These days, people are taking food as medicine. So we market the blends as a healthy alternative to seasoning cubes, which they are, and we have excellent reviews for our seasoning powders. I also all the products we sell, I use them at home for my family. So one thing about me is I would never sell something that I cannot use for my family. So the quality of our products is what has really helped us to grow so far, because when you have this kind of products, you want people to buy once and then they come back to buy again. You don't want them to buy once and then they come back with complaints. So we have to ensure that we're working with select farmers that are giving us the quality of ingredients that we need. Most our blends are made with local spices like curry, thyme, ginger, garlic, uziza, and the rest. We have this combo. This is a seasoning, everyday seasoning. This is our seasoning combo. It comes with a recipe book. So if you buy the spices and you're not sure how to use them, because some of these spices like vegetable stock powder, baobab ranch is new to some people. So we have a recipe book that helps them to use it. That's for our seasoning powders. Then we have our beverage powders. We have we use ingredients like fonio, date choco is a blend of cocoa and date powder. It's a healthy alternative to the regular choco beverage powder. We have tiger-nut powder. This is tiger-nut flour and dates, which we sell as a dairy-free plant-based milk powder. We have date powder. It's a healthy sweetener. We have baobab sweetener, which is a blend of baobab and dates. Then we have fonio grain and fonio flour. So we have this blend. We have a couple of customers that their children have gluten and dairy allergies, right? So they buy this. We also have customers that their children do not have allergies, but they are looking for healthier options to feed their children. They also buy this is also great for adults as well. So we communicate that, and they are nutrient dense as well. And they are all sweetened with dates. There's no refined sugar. Then we have our natural immune boosters, and we have baobab, we have moringa powder. We have immunity boost mix, which is a blend of turmeric, black pepper, cayenne pepper. So this is like a natural immune booster, and it also helps to relieve pain. Anti-inflammatory spices are all there. We have flax seeds, chia seeds. So we have some products that are not, the ingredients are not local to us, but because of demand, we added them. That's our flax seed, chia seeds, and black seed, both the oil and the powder. For the black seed oil, we have an oil expeller that we use to extract the oil, and black seed is really very effective in managing a lot of health conditions. So we market it for that. Then we have raw honey, which is also sourced locally. We have peanut oil. Our peanut oil is processed by women in northern Nigeria. It's like the authentic peanut. A lot of people, because our customers grew up using this, and they've been looking for a very good quality peanut oil, which did not be able to find. So this is really a good option for them. So all our products are 100% natural. They do not contain additives or preservatives. They are all plant-based except for super delish and raw honey. Every other thing we sell is plant-based. So we ensure to include all these, and they're all gluten and dairy-free. We ensure to include all these keywords when we are marketing the products to customers. For our business model, I think I've touched on that, but I'm just going to talk about the other parts that I didn't touch on. So we have a partnership with aggregators in northern Nigeria who source most of our raw materials. For some of our raw materials, we source directly from western Nigeria, but we have sorry, please. But we have partnership with aggregators who source our raw materials from smallholder farmers in northern Nigeria. We also have partnership with a bulk processing facility in northern Nigeria that processes our raw materials to powder. So because we do not have, we do not think it's cost effective for us to be processing the raw materials from scratch, blending it, packaging it. So we outsource some of that process, and then we focus on coming up with the product formulations, mixing the powders, packaging the products even for some products that are single ingredient products, we package and process in our facility in Lagos, Nigeria. For something like black seed oil, we also extract the oil ourselves, and then we focus on marketing and distribution as well. Our online marketplaces, we have an e-commerce website, agrifood.com. Normally, Nigerians do not like buying from websites on normal. It's difficult for them to just go on the website and buy. They like to chat, right? So we have social media, we have Instagram and WhatsApp, where we use to drive traffic to the website. We also do a lot of direct sales on Instagram direct message. So we ask people to send us a DM. We do a lot of, Instagram is our biggest sales channel. We make more sales on Instagram than on the website, but the people that buy from the website are people that found us from our Instagram, maybe they read testimonials and then they decided to buy. They are now convinced, right? Because a lot of people have been scammed online. So Nigerians have trust issues with buying online. So we build that trust using social media, Instagram. Some prefer to buy on WhatsApp. Even on our website, we have a button that leads to WhatsApp, so that if you want to be sure that you are chatting with a legit company, you reach out to us there. So we use social media to build trust, to build authority, educating customers about the benefits of our product, sharing recipes, sharing testimonials, and then driving people to the website. Then some people will come into the Instagram DM and buy there as well. The payment is through bank transfer for Instagram DM. On our website, we also have a bank transfer option, because some people do not like, we have pay stack on the website, but some people do not want to put their card. So we have a bank transfer option as well, where we confirm the payment manually. Then we also sell on Jumia, but we have just one product there for now. We are still talking to them and trying to get all the other products there. So we sell on Jumia and we pay for they have ads on that platform. They have ads on Jumia platform. We sell moringa powder on Jumia. For our e-commerce website and our Instagram, we invest in a lot of Facebook and Instagram ads to get people to reach our target market, people that are interested in health and wellness, that are interested in natural products. Most of our customers are women, so most times we target women. Sometimes we target for the men we prefer to buy the immune boosters, but for the other products, it's mostly women. So depending on the product categories we are promoting, we target we ensure that we put in the target audience. The good thing about Facebook and Instagram ads is that you can break down the target audience based on their gender, their age, their interest, and you reach the people that you want to. So it's a lot of money we spend on advertising, but the good thing is that we make it back. So we see it as an investment. We also have products that are stocked in supermarkets. We have about 2 supermarkets that have our products, and then we have individual distributors across different states. We have 3 pharmacies that carry our product as well, and individual distributors in different states. Just to touch on the online marketplaces, for social media, we have an in-house social media digital marketing staff that helps to come up with content for Instagram and designs designs the content on Canva, shoots videos, because on Instagram now you have to shoot videos. You can't only be posting pictures. You have to always go with the trend. So we have to make that investment because of the volume of sales we make on that platform. The challenges we currently have is the lack of trust for online sellers. Some customers want to pay on delivery because they've made payments for some items online and they have not gotten it. But the risk in that is you can send the product and then the customer refuses to pay. So for Lagos customers, we have like an order limit. If the order is not above a particular amount, we can send the dispatch rider that will go and collect cash and now give the product to the customer. But for customers outside of Lagos, where we are located, you have to pay before we ship to you. For even the customers in Lagos, the order has to be below a particular amount before we agree to take cash. Otherwise, you have to pay. So we try to share testimonials to continue to build trust. Then we have logistics issues. Some logistic companies will delay the delivery. So we give our customers an estimated delivery timeline, and sometimes the logistics company will delay the delivery, and then you have to be dealing with, telling the customer says, you say 3 to 5 working days have not received it. So we have issues like that from time to time. And then sometimes the logistic companies manhandles the package. The other challenge I didn't mention here is also the cost of international delivery. So we have customers outside the country that want to buy, but sometimes when you communicate the cost of international delivery, they don't come back. Then the instability of the Nigerian economy is significantly impacting raw material prices. Like right now, we had to even put out a post to let customers know that we are not going to be announcing a price review again, because prices are changing rapidly every day. So if you're announcing price review, you might be doing that every month, and it's going to look funny to customers. So it's kind of affecting our ability to forecast, but we are doing our best to manage it and track our costs to ensure that we're not running at a loss, and also reviewing the prices as they go higher. Then the other challenge is the digital marketing role. Okay. The last challenge we have is the digital marketing role. Sometimes it's a challenge to staff that role, because most people with that skill prefer to freelance. There's also the funding required for online marketing. So I think that's all for now. Thank you very much for having me, and you can reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ebube. Very interesting case, and I look deeply in your website, and it's very, very interesting. And thank you for also linking it to the nutrition, to health again, social to women, and highlighting some of the challenges, that were by the CEO of PAFO were mentioned at the beginning, the price instability, the trust, the data security, etc., which are really very, very important. So for you entrepreneurs, even more in African countries, is really a tough environment. And despite that, it's really very, very successful. You have already some questions, but we will get back at the end. We are trying now to see if Abel has a better connection in Ethiopia, or you still have challenges, Abel. Can you try to speak, please? Yeah, it's very difficult today. I don't know. Yeah. So if not, what we will do, not to lose time, and we can come back to you, Abel, when it's better. And you sent a very nice presentation as well, so it's unfortunate. Yvette, are you ready? We also have Yvette Uwimpaye, who is the CEO of Murukali in Rwanda. Actually, this is also a partnership we had with the UNCTAD eTrade for women communities. We're supporting eTrade, of course, but specifically on women. And we are always very, very keen as well to bring the gender perspective to anything we do, and to measure it. So Yvette, thank you for being from Rwanda. You are the first online grocery store created in 2015, and that evolved there into a marketplace. And then you will tell us a bit about your experience, but just about you, 2 words. You are in the board member of Rwanda ICT Chamber, which is an arm of the Private Sector Federation of Rwanda. You are a leading partner for those organizations, including, you have to mute somebody. I hear you. Yes, thank you. And you work as well, as I say, with the eTrade. That's how we find you. A network at UNCTAD.
Yes.
You have to mute somebody. Please, could the people who are not speaking mute themselves? Yeah, Tom, can you help to mute? Thank you very much. So Yvette, in short, you are very much involved on all the eTrade from a woman perspective and from an entrepreneur, of course, perspective. So thank you very much from Rwanda for sharing this experience with us. Please, you have the floor. And sorry for the noises, sorry. Please. You are muted.
Sorry.
Yes, you're welcome.
You can hear me now. Okay.
Yes.
Great. I think Akah gonna help me to share my presentation.
Yes,
please.
he's there. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Serena, for introducing myself. I think I will jump to my story, how I started Murukali. So I think everyone has known. Yes, I was born and raised in Rwanda. Rwandese, I'm a young woman entrepreneur. Yes, I'm running an e-commerce company. Now it's been like 9 years in a business. So let's go to what is Murukali? The next, yes, thank you so much. So Murukali, it's a Rwandan word that means in the backyard. In Rwandan culture, the backyard is used to be the place and the house where most things are stored. So where anyone can always go to grab what they need. It's a B2B and a B2C platform that connects market to online buyers all over the world. So our platform is known as a Kigali Online Market. We are located here in Kigali City Market, where we can access to a big number of suppliers. So that's where when we get our order, we go to different suppliers and pick goods and then sell to the customers. That's our business and that's how we work. We are based here in Rwanda, wherever we serve people over the world. So Murukali, next slide, please, Axel. Murukali started smaller from idea of making women's life more easier through their shopping assistance. So our platform has since expanded to serve people from all over the world. We serve various products, including groceries, office stationeries, electronics, and so many products. We have more than 6,000 products on our platform. We have a website and we have a mobile app, so people can use both devices to buy from us. So it offers a nice buying experience in Rwanda while empowering local businesses to access global markets. Next, thank you. Here's one of the picture at work. Yes, as I mentioned, we identified a gap in online grocery shopping in our country, and then we come up with a solution. We developed the e-commerce platform that makes it easier for vendors to sell and for customers to buy. E-commerce in general benefits both sides, because particularly in agri-food, imagine having an idea of making a product, but lacking a way to access the market, because producing products is one thing and selling them is another. So before e-commerce, entrepreneurs in agribusiness in our country had only one option: distributing their products to different shops around the city and relying on the radio, TV for awareness. So, however, with the internet and digital platform, it's easier now to create awareness for their product. So far you can produce items and start making money while without need to travel, moving around. So with e-commerce, you can reach customers globally, but for last, partnering with agri-food entrepreneurs, contributing to the growth of business, but also to contribute to the growth of country's economy, as it flex distributions of goods. Yeah. Let's go to the opportunities that are in e-commerce. Yes, if I may say, on opportunities that are in this kind of business, to agri-food entrepreneurs in Africa, e-commerce presents significant opportunities for everyone in a business, particularly to those involved in producing goods or adding value to them. those in agri-food, you cannot afford to overlook e-commerce platform in your region, especially those that facilitate access to international markets. Because when you are all set, each part can focus on their strengths and so that you achieve better results. So it's crucial for all of us to think and to work together so that you can grow your business, or also we make a big profit together. Thank you. So let's go to the success stories and testimonials from one of the entrepreneurs we work with. Reflecting on my 9 years of experience, we thank God we made it. Yes, we find fulfillment in supporting entrepreneurs and achieving financial success. Each day presents its unique story. So what we see here is truly amazing, with a promising future ahead. We receive their testimonials about how e-commerce, or how Murukali has transformed their lives of many entrepreneurs, many agri-producers, confirming that their products are consistently available for sale 24 hours for 7 days, and ready for sale for one or more e-commerce platform. So one of the business we collaborate with has grown its business by 70%. Imagine, yeah, these are the young people who are living in a real area who produce ginger tea. So Murukali has enabled them to add another product to their offering. They have more. They're now producing soy tea, and they have expanded their business. They're now around six permanent workers in the company. So those are one of the things we are really proud of. When we see business are growing because we are running on e-commerce platform, because you have a good relationship with platforms, then they support you to grow, and why you are focusing on your on what you can do best. So this is one of the examples that highlights an impact e-commerce can have on any business. I firmly believe that we should not overlook e-commerce platform as we empower agri-food businesses in Africa in general. Let's go to the next step. I have some tips that I would like to recommend. So, like any other business in the e-commerce industry in Africa, we face several challenges. So here is why I will recommend something we should look up for. Firstly, digital infrastructure. We urge to invest in powering internet connectivity and digital infrastructure across rural and urban areas to ensure reliable and high-speed internet access to all potential users. The next one is digital literacy. Implement educational programs and training initiatives, enhance digital literacy among entrepreneurs, smallholders, and consumers, empowering them to navigate e-commerce platform effectively. That will be crucial for them so that we help to grow their businesses. Another one is logistic and last mile delivery. So one of the big challenge we face as e-commerce players in our country is logistics, because sometimes you feel you're ready to provide e-commerce service, and sometimes you find yourself dealing with logistics. So it's really important to raise issues so that they can logistics and last mile delivery network to ensure timely and cost-effective delivery for goods, especially in a remote and underserved area. This will help us, both of us, to grow our businesses. Another thing is to facilitate with the developed country, but also between an African country, but also it can facilitate also cross-border business with the developed countries, because it will help us to boost our businesses and so that so we can serve anyone, anywhere, and time. The last one is partnerships and collaborations. Foster partnership between e-commerce platform, financial institutions, technology providers, and the government agencies to create integrated solutions that address the specific challenge faced by Africa e-commerce ecosystem, like promising to grow our agri-food industry. So those are the things I should recommend while I'm talking to our part of e-commerce platform to agri-food in Africa. And the last slide is my team. I think it's my team who strive to make it easier to buy from Africa. So we have so far Murukali as I usually buy from Rwanda, and we are looking where you can expand to make it easier to buy from Africa, so they can connect people to buy from their home countries. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sarina.
Thank you very much to you, Yvette, for the presentation. Very, very interesting, and for having reminded as well. Perhaps you can mute. I think it's coming also from your side, the background noise. Yes, no problem. All the challenges, but also, which means also the investments, we will come back to that, but need to be made, on the literacy, on the infrastructure, again, on the data, and of course, the opportunities for the e-commerce in the context of the Africa Free Trade Agreement and the regional trade as well, which are immense, but provided that, some things are in place to facilitate it, and the right ecosystem and the incentives for a better environment for the entrepreneurs, especially for the small entrepreneurs, small and medium entrepreneurs. So very, very interesting. I see you have plenty of questions as well. I would like to check Abel connection. Sorry to get back to you, but are you in a position now to present?
Can you listen to me?
Yes, now it's good. So Abel Sileshi is in Ethiopia from HellooMarket. We will put the biodata that we don't lose too much time there. It's a very interesting online shopping platform as well. Please, I give you the floor before, in case your connection goes. Thank you. Go on, Abel.
Okay. Is it clear now?
It is clear. It is clear. I'm
Okay.
crossing fingers as well, and Axel is putting you a PowerPoint. Please go ahead.
Okay. So my name is Abel Sileshi. I'm a HellooMarket marketing officer. So HellooMarket is under a company called Belcash. So Belcash is a cutting-edge technology platform, financial institution, and to build a payment ecosystem related to various business, individual customers, and private government and humanitarian institutions across the country. So under Belcash, there is one brand name called Hello. Under the Hello brands, there is Hello Cash, Hello Market. One of them is Hello Market. HellooMarket is established in 2018 by the collaboration between Belcash and Amasis Advertisement Institution. The main point of establishing HellooMarket was to give access for the small and medium enterprise through the platform called Hello, by fully recognize the importance of having solid platform business operation to support building a national e-commerce platform to the ultimate goal for the SMEs. So under HellooMarket, there are around 1,800 suppliers, and with more than 45,000 items in the HellooMarket warehouse. So as I mentioned it earlier, in 2018, with Belcash and Amasis Advertisement Publishing PLC launched HellooMarket to give market access for the large number of SMEs who live in Ethiopia because of having lack of market access by the middlemen of the brokers in Ethiopia. So to give them market access, we launched HellooMarket. So Digital Ethiopia Marketplace, almost in Ethiopia, there are like 120 peoples, larger African, the second largest African population, 8 million peoples. The 60% are under 20. So over the 70% of Ethiopian population is in the rural area. So as well as the 30% are in the. So for the 30%, we launched the HellooMarket for the SMEs to launch their products through our platforms, like through websites, through the social medias. So as in HellooMarket, we have two basic major establishment to achieve. We have, as in HellooMarket, we have two major objectives to achieve: the local and the international. Locally, HellooMarket aim to support providers, Ethiopian SMEs, small and medium enterprise, suppliers and manufacturers to have an online market enabled to provide their product nationwide. For the customers, HellooMarket aim to provide with fair price directly from the suppliers to the customers. Internationally, majority of the Ethiopian suppliers have products compete in the international marketplace, like leather products, textile, and garments. So when we segment it to the HellooMarket, who are the real customers of HellooMarket, when we segment it with an age, most of them are 18 to 45, while the majority all fall into the 80% 80 to 30, which are mostly students and working class. In addition, for the age group, 16% customer are female. So 16% of are females, 40% are males. So HellooMarket ecosystem is started. Most HellooMarket customers are in the low and middle class status. They're due to the product of HellooMarket are fair price and affordable to the major of the working class. In addition, of average HellooMarket product fall into price range from 500 to 1,000 Ethiopian birr. So most of our suppliers produce best quality material because, as I mentioned it, their target audience are the low and the middle class, economy status class. So we provide for them an open platform. So as in HellooMarket, we have different departments which we onboard the suppliers or the SMEs. We have a supplier and onboarding team. We have the marketing team. We have the warehouse. We have a showroom which every customer can come and customer can come in any day. We work for 24/7. So at any time they come to the HellooMarket platform or to the shopping center, to the showroom, they can get the SMEs product in our showroom. As addition, we have our own website, www.helloomarket.com. We have almost around 45,000 items there. So but the best one that we use to approach our customers to sell the SMEs product is through the internet, through Facebook, through Instagram, WhatsApp, and Telegram. As as in Ethiopia, the Telegram is the most popular e-commerce platform in Ethiopia, as it is it have many users in Ethiopia. So we use the Telegram channel to promote their products and to sell their goods in our platform. Maybe if you want to check, go to your Telegram account and search for HellooMarket, HELLOO Market. So as additional, we use the social media. As addition, we use the offline catalog method. So the offline catalog method, we use it for the urban areas. So we send them to the urban areas. We give them the offline catalog and they call us with our hotline number. There is 8420 is our hotline. So they call us and we give them, we send them to the location where they order from. So for the SMEs, we provide for them marketing courses, like how they can improve their production rate, how they can achieve the best quality, how they can produce the best product. As I mentioned it earlier, we just want to take the SMEs product worldwide. So they need to, at least they need to fulfill the worldwide requirement based on quality, based on the style, based on the affordability. So we give them, and we have like wide range of products starting from herbs, spicy, laser, shoe, electronics, and so on. So we give them financial support. As I told you, Belcash have a financial institution called One Microfinance. So by linking them with One Microfinance, we give them loan to improvise their production rate, product quality, and to make them more create and produce more products in HellooMarket. So this is it.
Yes, Axel, if you just show the two next slides. Thank you so much, Abel, because this gave the HellooMarket. Thank you, Abel, because I know that you are with your mobile phone because of the problems with the internet today. And I thank you because this has a cost as well. And we have many of the entrepreneurs that do that. So it shows how keen they are to share their model. So basically, this is the latest slides that Abel was explaining, and the previous one, Axel, please, how they do also offline, which is very, very important, because that's where the development and the entrepreneurs based on the community is important, is not only business, is that you try to have different ways in reaching your consumers, and not one of the problems in the digital is the digital divide, is that many people, be women, be people in rural areas, are not in the same, do not have the same opportunities to access internet and to access the online sites and the marketplaces. So to combine with offline, and phone, etc., to also help them to get the same, as you say, cheaper, wider offer, etc., products is very, very important. All as Axel has put in the chat as well, all the presentations will be available in our blog as well that you can go through. But a very interesting presentation, Abel. Thank you so much for having made it despite all these challenges. And we will get back to you for the questions.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. So we had another, I should have said that at the beginning, but we had Baraka Chilenga from Kilimo Fresh Food, Africa, Tanzania. He had just to change at the last minute as well. This is linked to audits in his enterprise that, change dates, etc. So it's just a calendar he couldn't control. So we will take him in the next, actually in the next session. That's not a problem at all, with great pleasure, actually. he sent us the presentation already and so on, but we want the people to be there. So our last speaker before the questions is Moses Owiny. Very grateful to have you as well.
Thank you.
Digital for Development. I think you have some background noise. Perhaps check it in the meantime. Digital for Development expert, DPOD at the Belgian Development Agency. It happens that I discovered that I might have known you in my previous life, as I was very involved in the DPOD with the Belgian Corporation when I worked for CPA. So you are an expert on the digitalization with Abel, with whom COLEAD collaborates in a number of areas with my colleagues. You are based in Kampala, Uganda. You have also been technical advisor, rural development advisor, and of course on digital with GIZ and GIZ Uganda in particular. So you are very much known, and you have written a lot and expertise on all the cybersecurity, the institutional capacity for the digital in the country, which is what the entrepreneurs have been highlighting as well, and not only in Uganda, as well in Central and Eastern Africa. So please, if you could make your insights in a maximum 10 minutes. I thank you very much, Moses, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Solina. My presentation is largely based on the experiences of how sustainable implementing digital entrepreneurship projects. One of the key learnings that we, of course, note in that process is that if you look at the African digital ecosystem, it has been growing quite tremendously, accelerating at a very, fast pace, with a lot of investments in the field, and then also a lot of growth in startups, whether these are startups in many other areas, so agri-food, startups like we have seen in the previous presentation. So the ecosystem is really promising at that. We also know that the African potential to innovate is really high, with a lot of startups, emerging in many of these countries. The rate of digital adoption continue to grow, whether this is in regard to mobile, cellular, subscription, or whether this is in regard to, internet penetration. So these are opportunities that entrepreneurs or innovators, can tap, from to create demands, to create services that, clients would need. So generally also you note that the demand for services is actually increasing within the continent. If you look at the presentation of Yvette, Abel, and I think Akah, the demand is there. Of course, there's need to leverage more and ensure that more people are getting into the digital economy using digital technology, but the demand is quite there, and there is really a very big potential for entrepreneurs in the African countries to tap from. Next slide. If you look at, again, online marketplaces from the presentation of Yvette, Abel, and Akah, and in many other African countries, it continues to grow. In Uganda, I have cited examples of how it is growing as well, and the demands are there. So the issue is that how do we get more of our people in society to contribute and participate in the digital economy, where they are taking advantage of these opportunities of marketplaces, so that we are able to create businesses, employ more people, generate income, and improve our livelihood. So great potential, great opportunities for African entrepreneurs that I see there. And of course, using digital marketing, for instance, create a lot of opportunities for African entrepreneurs to increase their customer base. And then there's low barrier to entry to business. You can start at any point in time, and you can also exit. interact a lot over the past few months with entrepreneurs who tell me that how they are increasing their sales on WhatsApp, statuses, marketing, or via TikTok, where they advertise their products on TikTok. And then they get a lot of demands from their clients. So that is good. And then the other opportunities that you see, social media, taking really shape in many African countries. Many people are getting into social media, leveraging it for that own good. So these are opportunities that African entrepreneurs can leverage on and take advantage of to market their products and create demands and ensure that businesses their businesses are succeeding. Next. So this picture is of very recent. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, we invited entrepreneurs in parts of central region of Uganda and Albertine region, southwestern, to convert to talk about their experiences and share those experiences and lessons learned over the years, but also talked about digital entrepreneurship generally as one of the services that Enable in Uganda is currently offering. So we're visiting one of the stalls. These are, entrepreneurs who are, taking advantage of online marketplaces to create sales and make money online. Next. So in terms of challenges, you see that entrepreneurs tell us that of course, the cost of internet is high. I think also in many African countries, in Uganda, of course, I think it takes nearly maybe even 11% to 12% of a person's average income to purchase 1 GB of internet data. Now that is exorbitantly high, and not many people are able to afford to buy 1 GB of data, sacrifice that money beside other priorities to purchase data that would enable them to get into the online platform. And then we have a lot of cases. We had experiences, especially in Uganda here, but many African countries have also had trends of internet shutdown and network blockings. And this has, in a way, sort of stifled innovation, but also hindered the way with which African entrepreneurs can take advantage of new media, and these platforms to create businesses and create impact for their communities. In Uganda, for example, we have Facebook that is shut down for a very long time. The average users in Uganda, Facebook users in Uganda, is about 1.8 million. But ever since shutdown, we have seen by 2023 nearly 650,000 Ugandans got offline Facebook, and yet it is one of the biggest social media platform where entrepreneurs were using to market their products. And then the digital skills, like as already been mentioned earlier, is lacking. Not everyone is benefiting equally. The digital skill gap continue to widen among marginalized communities and women and stuff like that. So we need to work around that. From our experience also, we note that entrepreneurs does not only need the hard skills, the program management skills or the technical competence, but they also require soft skills to succeed in their businesses. Because, for example, they need to know how they can communicate effectively with their clients, with their customers, but they also need leadership skills, for example, to build and mobilize a team that can support them. So from our experiences, we think that entrepreneurs, when they combine both the hard, the technical, and then the soft skills, they can be very successful and they can take advantage. So these are challenges that we need to deal with. Most digital training happen in urban areas. Is a bit costly and normally in English. So the challenge is that how do you reach out to these other communities in rural areas that increasingly are, getting into most of them have mobile phones that, perhaps, they need to get into the digital economy using smartphones to be able to tap advantage from this platform. So we have a challenge to ensure that we scale our training opportunities to reach to underserved communities. Yes, next slide. So as Belgian Development Agency, are we contributing to this? We implemented the African European Digital Bridge Innovation Network, basically to strengthen African digital innovation ecosystem by supporting local startups in many African countries, fostering collaboration with digital innovation hubs, but also building capacity of partners so that we contribute to strengthening the ecosystem where digital innovations and startups like agri-food marketplaces are able to thrive and then contribute meaningfully. Then we also launch and now implement the Digital Entrepreneurship Skills Academy, which is an academy that self-paced learning course that offers the opportunity for aspiring entrepreneurs, but also entrepreneurs that are already in the field, in their own field, to learn both the practical, hard skills that they require to succeed in their businesses, but also the soft skills. And then we're also building capacity on digital skilling and digital rights so that, especially targeting women and girls, so that women and girls are not left behind, but then they're also able to effectively participate and contribute to the digital economy. Next slide. This is some of the products from one of the recent entrepreneurship, market stalls that some of our entrepreneurs were showcasing, talking about branding and, their products, the quality of their products, and the approaches that they use. It was really an exciting opportunity also for them to network and learn from each other. Next. Yes, thank you very much. And it has really been a great opportunity to participate in this discourse. Thank you, Isolina.
Thank you very much to you for joining us, Moses. Very much appreciative. So in the time that is left, what I suggest is to go quickly to the questions. Some perhaps the speakers have put some answers in the chat. However, as I mentioned before, especially with the internet, ironically, the connection problems we have today in different countries in Africa, some with the phone, is very difficult, to present, to look at the chat, etc. So I will repeat just some that you might just summarize very quickly your thoughts. I will start by perhaps the ones that have good connection. Ebube, you have a few questions a bit on where you are selling your products, if it's local, regional, Nigeria, regional, or even beyond, and what are basically your customers. How do you ship your products? And what kind of eventually, when needed, certification do you have, especially for the labeling or certification, especially for the part of natural immune boosters. All this area related to health, and also is not only for you but for many of the speakers. How do you manage with the quality control and with the standards? And finally, how do you return the products when or the customers return? What is the system in which the products that are not good or don't meet expectations are returned? And there was a quick one on the volume for moringa, because all your products are local, African. The volume for the sale volume for moringa. Ebube?
Yes, thank you. I tried to note down. Please let me know if there's anyone I missed. Where we sell on our website and via social media. We sell mostly in Nigeria for Aga's Wholesome of Nigeria. We recently launched operations in Canada, but it's still very new. Selling the product to the Canadian market, but for now, for Aga's Wholesome Nigeria, we sell mostly to Nigerians and Nigerians in diaspora. We ship to them, Nigerians in Nigeria, we ship using logistic companies that are operational in Nigeria, and then Nigerians in diaspora, we ship using logistic companies like DHL, there's Fed Logistics that we use, Top Ship. They usually ship to customers abroad. We try to use a logistic company that has all the rates inclusive, including duty and doorstep delivery, because we were using DHL before, but then after the customer pays and the product gets to the customer, DHL will now inform us that the customer still has to pay a duty charge, and then going back to the customer telling them they have to pay additional money. And there's no way we can estimate this cost at the point when we are shipping the product. So we currently use Top Ship there. I think is a tech delivery company in Nigeria where all the duty, everything is included in the fee that we give the customer. Well, majority of our sales is in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have a lot of customers in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt. We have customers in other states, but these 3 states are where we have major customers. Certification. So we have a couple of about 13 of our products are NAFDAC approved. We are still processing the registration for the rest of the product, but because the process takes quite long. There's a lot of bottlenecks involved in that process. So we are processing for the rest, but we have NAFDAC is like the food certification body in Nigeria, and then we are also FDA registered. Our facility is FDA registered for when we are exporting in commercial quantity to the US. Then for the health claims, most of these ingredients, there are scientific studies that have been done on them. So we usually reference scientific studies. For example, if we're saying baobab will help you control your blood sugar, there are scientific studies that have been done on them. And we've also tried this product with our customers who have these health conditions, and they're giving us the feedback that it has helped them. So we leverage both the scientific studies and the customer feedback to push the health benefits of the products. Quality control, we have a production team. So we have people that read food science working with us. So we have our SOPs for our raw materials. When we receive our raw materials, we have SOPs for checking the quality of the raw materials, the moisture content. We check for sand, we check for a lot of things, because if the raw materials are defective and it goes into the finished product, it would result in losses for us. So we have quality control processes in place, and we have a production supervisor that works with the team to ensure that every raw material we receive passes the quality check before we use it. If it doesn't pass the quality check, it is returned to the supplier to replace it or refund us. We also try to work with select suppliers, so that we are not working with anybody out there. We have select people that process according to our quality specification. For returns, when a customer reaches out to complain, we usually send a delivery company to pick up what they have. If they are outside Lagos and the logistic cost will be a lot, we can choose to refund them or just send a replacement for what they complained for. But if it's somewhere we can reach easily, we send a dispatch company to get the product back to us, and then we check it to ensure that there is no issue, and then we also replace for the customer. Yeah, we keep a customer complaints tracker, so that if we are able to track recurring issues, we have customer complaint tracker in Google Sheets, so that if we see that we are having the same complaint for a particular product, we know that there is an issue. So that's how we track it. Volume for moringa. For moringa on Jumia, I think we sell, it's not so much like that. On Jumia we sell about, let me see, about hundreds in a month of the 200 grams pack that we sell. Yeah, so but we sell moringa directly to customers as well. So let's say about hundreds in a month. That's what we currently do for moringa. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the detailed responses and very clear. Yvette, you had actually everybody has appreciated all the presentations and the great businesses, so I don't get back to you. But how do you deliver was one of the questions to the customers all over the world. And also, do you guarantee the quality of the products to the final consumer? And of course, the one that we mentioned briefly, the opportunities you see on the regional trade, and especially, I think is your background, and especially on the free trade agreement and, you know, the Eastern African in particular. Go on.
Thank you, Isolina. I think I've got 2 questions, right? Or 3. I can see 2, and
yes.
tried. Yes, and responded to Dennis. Yes, how do you consolidate your product? How do you deliver your customers over the world? I said we partner with DHL, and we conduct quality check before sending out the goods. And
Yvette, are you still connected? I think there are issues of connection.
Do you consolidate your products? So we are building so they can access to a big goods and bring and we prepare the orders and then send to our customers around Kigali, or DHL come to pick the order to go outside of Rwanda. For the second question, est-ce que la zone africaine de libre-échange n'a pas vu? Yes, ils ont fait, mais nous...
There was a question on free trade agreements. Saying we also have challenges when sending cosmetic products, for instance, because some delivery services refuse sending products to certain countries. For instance, some refuse to send products to Israel lately, and this is the reason why we think that international trade between African countries should be facilitated just as much as trade with countries outside Africa.
Yes,
the third question. I can see only 2 questions here.
Yeah, no, it was just on the quality and, you know, the shipping or the delivery and the potential or the, you know, potential opportunities in the free trade agreement in the region and in Africa. So I think you have covered.
Yes, it's already responded, I think. I've responded, right?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you very much from Rwanda. Then we have, I hope Abel has the connection because he had many problems to
I think
Ethiopia.
It's good now.
Yeah, so thank you very much. And a bit of the quality as well. How do you do if the quality is not complying with the standards? And do you return the products to suppliers when they want to exchange them? It's a bit around the same lines. Or anything you want to add as well from the previous questions? Go ahead.
So when the quality control, we do it, as I told you earlier, we have a supplier and onboarding team. So when the supplier after he get onboarded, he will bring the product to our supplier onboarding team. They will check the quality. They will check the quality based on our quality control mechanisms, like for example, for the shoe, is it have a number for the shoe size, the shoelace, or something like that. So what was the other question? Sorry.
Other question is the quality control and the return or exchange when you know the buyers have an issue. I think you have responded as well. If you have nothing else to add.
So for example, if one of our customers buy a product which not have a quality, so he can return it within 24 hours. But if it is out of Addis Ababa, or if it is on the regional area, he have 7 days. he can give he can return it back to us, and we will inspect what's wrong with the product that we send to the customer, and we will bring it back to Addis to our store, and we'll replace it with other product, and we'll send them back to the customer.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we have as well, yes, it was the day of online connection problems. So, he says it all, of one of the critical needed things. Modou from the Gambia had also issues today in the country with the connection, and you had many questions for his business as well. Axel, you have been in contact with him. He has answered by email because of the connection. Can you go through them, please?
Yes, maybe in any case, Modou's presentation was very extensive in the presentation slide, and all these slides we will translate into French as well, and we will make them available on Agri Innovators. So I trust that everyone will be able to find the answer to their questions. But just as a short recap, the company is working with smallholder farmers, local ones. They are training them as well, and they're ensuring very strict food safety processes. They're also testing the products. The company puts a big importance on food traceability and transparency, and they also collect their customers' feedback. So in that way, they can continue produce what is demanded by the consumers. The company is looking to have more and more or to work with more and more producers to supply more consumers. And so they create also a lot of job opportunities for rural local producers. They're committed to fair trade with fair wages and capacity building and rural empowerment. Lastly, they're mentioned that they're venturing into agribusiness tourism, but this is to come. We didn't have any information yet to share about this. And yes, lastly, closer detail will be provided in the presentation that will be online. I'm checking if there is something else. Yes, just about the commodities. So they do fresh fruit and vegetables, but they also sell, if you go to their webpage and the website online, canned chicken or canned fish, depending on the supply from the rural producers. Voilà.
Thank you very much, Axel, and thank you very much to Modou from the Gambia. Lastly, for our colleague from Abel, do you also advise entrepreneurs on how to contract with producers, how to get into business, for example, secure payments, solve litigation, organize logistics, and so on? Is that a part that Enabel supports? And also there is one which is, do you give legislative, regulatory support in some of your activities to promote e-commerce on agri-food products in Africa? And do you think that there is more that needs to be done? Thank you.
Thank you. Isolina, I can only speak for Uganda. I know Enable is in many other countries. And there might be different interventions in many of these countries. But for the case of Uganda, I know that right now we have been focusing largely on digital entrepreneurship. And creating platforms to allow entrepreneurs to have the necessary skills that they need to succeed in their entrepreneurial journey. And we haven't gone that further than that. But from the experiences that we are getting from the previous project that we implemented and the current Digital Entrepreneurship Skills Academy platform and training and capacity building, we hope that these learnings can help us to even extend our wings further. But thank you so much, and I appreciate the questions.
Thank you very much, Moses, and we can follow, of course, with the Abel colleagues, in other countries or globally on an important program, the D4D, among others, as I said, that I was involved in the past. And there were general questions as well, on if any of you wants to add anything on the online platforms or marketplaces where, the different sellers are shown. If really you think that they offer better prices, and I think that yes, because you can compare actually when it's a good marketplaces, so you can do that yourself as a customer. But if you have anything to add, if they give priority to local products, we have seen that most of them give priority to local products, so at least feature very well. But if you have anything to add there. There is again the part on regulations, food safety, quality control, that what you put online has gone through all these steps, and the transaction in the platforms as well. For example, the commercial contracts, of course, the dispute as well, or the mediation or dispute resolution. Is anybody of you wants to add anything on that part? They were a bit general, not directed to somebody in particular. Is anybody of you wants to add anything on that? Okay, so I take, if you don't open your micro, I take that we can, anyway, it's an whole area of work that we will, the more we do on e-commerce and electronic platforms and online marketplaces, the more we will dig into. Pauline Buru, I don't know who you are, but you said that you have to add something there. Perhaps we can open the micro. We cannot do that because we have too many participants, and thank you to the almost 500 registered. But Pauline Buru? Yes, Pauline, who are you and what do you have to add on this specific part?
Pauline, you would need to open your mic.
Because you are a participant, so I don't know all the profiles. Okay, Pauline.
She's been granted now the right to speak, but her microphone is turned off.
Yeah, so when you come in, just open your micro because we cannot do anything more, just to give you the floor as requested. So if no other speakers want to add on that, there were all a part of questions, but Dr. Babafemi from PAFO, if you are still online, and this comes a lot from Dick Tinsley as a participant. There is a whole area actually of questions. And by the way, I've read most of your papers. You don't know that, but I tell you, very interesting, and it gets all the farmers organization and all the spectrum from production, indeed, strengthening the production side before going into all these areas. But it's an all part of questions that you had on the cooperatives, on the farmers organizations, on the advantage to be part of a farmer organization, and representing the smallholder communities, etc., which are fascinating. I have my own responses, but just is me. It's not how we proceed. We will bring those in a new, in another session, because we have this as a topic, and we will be happy to reach you if that is fine with you, because it's a whole area, very big, complex, but very, very interesting, which with the time we have doesn't allow us to dig. But thank you for bringing that actually in the debate. So has anybody else something to add from the speakers? And if not, Pauline, I don't see any sign. Dr. Babafemi?
Yes. Yes, Isolina, thank you very much. Yes, I think we have had a very informative and good discussions on marketplaces and the opportunities it presents to smallholder and SMEs in Africa. It's an emerging sector which is rapidly growing because of the innovations that are taking place in the technological industry, which many African countries and many young entrepreneurs are taking advantage of to involve in trade and commerce among themselves at national, regional, and even international levels. We know there are still challenges that they are facing, and we believe that as a government also is recognizing the importance of these innovations, and they are putting in place the appropriate policy to address the challenges, it will grow larger and larger with expanding internet access and internet use in Africa. So I only want to thank all the discussants, all the presenters for the time they have spent in preparing the presentations and delivering them. We are very happy. We thank you for the participation. We also thank all those the technical supporters who are working behind the scene to make sure that these the series continue to be delivered professionally as it's been delivered. We want to thank our interpreters also for bearing with us and helping us to get the presentations across to the participants. Finally, I want to thank the team in COLEAD for the excellent way they are preparing and managing the innovation series. I also want to thank especially Isolina for the professional way is moderating this series. We are very grateful, and it's all these performances and the support and participation is encouraging us to continue to do more, and we'll continue to do more. And as I still discuss with Isolina, we are going to see how the challenges of online discussions very, very, as you can see today, at times the network will be a default, and will not be able to really express ourselves and discuss in a way that brings the best out. So we are looking at the opportunity of having a conference, Agri Innovators Forum or conference physically, where we are going to bring together all the innovations that have been showcased, and at the exhibition, we see everything, and they will be able to continue to promote innovation among entrepreneurs, smallholders in Africa. Once again, I thank you for participation, and I thank you for your contribution. And we're looking forward to the next edition, which I think will be the participation will be more than we have today. Thank you. I wish you all good evening, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Babafemi, and we count, of course, it's a pleasure. This couldn't be done with PAFO. PAFO is at the center, so I thank as well the teams from both sides, the interpreters, and all of course, the speakers, which is really what is very, very inspiring as always. I count on, of course, on PAFO continuing to advocate for more investment in digital for entrepreneurs and in rural areas, for smallholders and for women in rural areas and for those who are not as privileged as we are here. So, and we will, of course, from COLEAD support that. Pauline, Buru, we will reach you out. Yes, I've seen you chat as well. So we will contact you and to see for some of the next sessions what you will have to contribute. I thank you all as well. I have a colleague online with Denis as well. Denis is a very, very active, is in Paris, is very active on entrepreneurship. You will see him asking many, many questions that I see myself as well. He's not prepared. It's just because of his expertise. I don't know, Denis, if you want to add something to end the meeting. They would know you
yes.
Your name by heart now, the participants. Perhaps they have seen your face if you take the camera.
Sorry. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, we hear you.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Isolina. Thank you, Dr. Babafemi. Thank you for all the the speakers, and it was very interesting. And of course, I am very interesting to follow all these discussions and the presentations. Online marketplaces was a very important point during the COVID period, because COLEAD has to, I would say, support some BMOs at this time to find a way how to sell their products on the local markets, and it is very challenging. And I saw since this period, I remember that COLEAD made some studies at this time in different countries, in the West African countries, but also in Kenya. And at this time, we saw that the online, I would say, marketplace or online platform was developing at this time, and very, very active. And I saw that it is still there and is increasing. A lot of challenge, of course, are there. And I hope that for the growers and for the exporters, that could be a good opportunities for them to promote their products everywhere. But I think this is what you said, could be a good opportunity, also a market for this online marketplace to also develop, and for the producers to, I would say, to promote their produce throughout the continent. Okay, I didn't have more to say, but again, thank you for all these sessions and the quality of the presentation made by all the speakers.
Thank you, Denis, and thank you for your contribution to the agri-innovators, that you are a key part as well. My colleagues will put again the site. Not only you will find everything you want on those sessions, but please, there is a forum for discussion where you can contribute from your experience, your business, sharing ideas, etc. And of course, I also support the Dr. Babafemi offer to have a physical forum where we show the innovations, based off of the innovations we have been discussing. So if in the audience there is anybody willing to support us in terms, of course, technically, but also financially, because the forums, of course, physical forums are a bit more expensive, they are welcome to reach us in the usual email address that ACP Entrepreneurs, very, very much, and we will prepare that together, because we consider from our side that this is a community of entrepreneurs. Thank you so much. You will receive by email all the follow-up and the information for the next session as well. Keep well. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.